Okay, this is day 43, part 2 of our linear inequation chapter. I'm starting with the exercise 4, question number 19. The question is, find the range of values of x which satisfy, and this is the inequation that is given. This is the inequation, and it also says x belongs to real numbers. Okay. Now if you notice this inequation, you will see that there are two inequality signs. One is less than or equal to, and the other one is less than. Okay. Because there are two inequality signs, which means there are two separate inequations that are present in this. The first inequation starts from here, that is minus 1 by 3 is less than or equal to x by 2 minus 1 by 3. Till here is your first inequation. It starts here, it ends here, before the second inequality sign starts. Okay. That's your first inequation, and the second inequation starts immediately after the first inequality sign. That is x by 2 minus 1 by 3 is less than 6. So there are two inequations that are present in this. You will have to write these two inequations separately. The first one is minus 1 by 3, I have written it here. Minus 1 by 3 is less than or equal to x by 2 minus 1 by 3 is 4 by 3. And then I put a semicolon here to separate the second inequation. The second inequation starts from here, that is x by 2 minus, this becomes 4 by 3 is less than 6. So there are two parts. Solve one at a time. Don't solve each step in both. Okay. So let's solve the first inequation here. The first inequation is this. Now if you look at this inequation, there is only one x term. This is the x term. And see whether the x term is positive. So here it is positive. Therefore, let this x by 2 remain on the same side. I'm going to shift this minus 4 by 3 to the other side. So this becomes minus 1 by 3, and this comes this side, it becomes plus 4 by 3 is less than or equal to x by 2. And then to simplify this, you'll have to find LCM. The LCM is 3, this remains the same, minus 1, and this also remains the same, plus 4. Okay. And less than or equal to x by 2. Now simplify this, minus 1 plus 4 is 3 divided by 3. Is less than or equal to x by 2. You can cancel these 3's. You cancel the 3's, that gives you 1. So x by 2, when you read, it's x by 2 is greater than or equal to 1. You can bring the 2 this side and multiply with 1, that gives you 2 into 1, that's 2, is less than or equal to x. And not this much is the solution for the first inequation. You solve the first inequation. Okay. Now, going to the second inequation. Again, if you look at this, there is one x term. This is the x term, and see whether the x term is positive or negative. And in this case, the x term is positive, so let it remain here. Shift the minus 4 by 3 to the other side. So this is x by 2 is less than 6, and this goes that side, plus 4 by 3. Then next step, to simplify this, you will have to find LCM. So x by 2 remains the same, is less than, LCM is 3, 6 into 3 gives you 18 plus 4. Then next step is x by 2 is less than 18 plus 4 is 22 divided by 3. Then take the 2 to the other side, you get x is less than 22 into 2 is 44 divided by 3. This is an improper fraction, so change it into a mixed fraction. So x is less than 44 divided by 3 will give you 14, 2 by 3. Okay. So both inequations are solved. This is the result that you got. Okay. Now if you notice what x belongs to, here x belongs to real numbers. Which means you cannot write them as a set. The only possible way you can represent this as a set is combine both these solutions together and write in the form of a set in curly brackets. Okay. Keeping the x in the middle, I'm going to combine both these results and I'm going to keep x in the middle and the numbers on the sides. Okay. So x should be in the middle, so I'll start with this. This is 2 is less than or equal to x, and I continue here. Is the same x which is here. Okay. Less than 14 2 by 3. Okay. This I have written in curly brackets. This is the way you will represent both the solutions together. Now, this also has to be represented on a number line. So the number line is here. If you look at this, x value is greater than or equal to, when you read it this way. You start with x first. Okay. X is greater than or equal to 2 and x is less than 14 2 by 3. Okay. So if you notice the numbers that are here, there is a 2 and there is a 14 2 by 3. These values should be there on the number line. Okay. But there are no negative values, therefore on the number line I put one negative value, that's minus 1. And then 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 15. Now you will also have to mark 14 2 by 3 because x belongs to real numbers. 14 2 by 3 is also a real number. Okay. So that 14 2 by 3 has to be marked. 14 2 by 3 is between 14 and 15. Okay. So between 14 and 15, somewhere you can mark 14 2 by 3. Okay. I put an arrow and shown the 14 2 by 3 there. Okay. Now let's read the result again. Starting from here again. X is greater than or equal to 2. First see whether it is equal to 2 or not. Okay. X is equal to 2. If it is equal to 2, you put a shaded dot over 2. Okay. So above 2, I have put a shaded dot. Okay. So the shaded dot is here. And if you read this further, it says x is greater than 2. Greater than on the number line means on the right side. So what I have done is, your number line is going to move, the values are going to move on the right side. So I put a small arrow showing which direction it's going to move. Okay. Once again, this one. X is equal to 2. Because it's equal to 2, I put a shaded dot over 2. Okay. There is a shaded dot over 2. Again, if you read, x is greater than 2, which means your values are going to move on the right side. So I put a small arrow for that. This line is not there now. So only the dot and the arrow. And then if you read this, x is less than 14 2 by 3. Is it equal to 14 2 by 3? No. So above 14 2 by 3, you will put a hollow dot. Okay. So there is no equal to sign, therefore we put a hollow dot here. And if you read again, x is less than 14 2 by 3. So on the number line, less than means on this side. Okay. Less than means on the left side. So I'll put a small arrow here showing that your values are going to move on this side. Now look at both. There is an arrow which is pointing towards the right and here the arrow is pointing towards the left. So both these arrows are pointing to the opposite direction, which means they are going to meet each other. So the number line is, from here you will start and join the other point, that is at 14 2 by 3. Okay. So this is the first question. Okay.